Sunday's infamous 13-second game saw Frode Kermit fuse the style of Brett Favre and 04 Michael Vick, pulling out the victory and leading his team to a fourth straight conference title appearance. Written off after early season struggles, Mahomes was quickly labeled as being figured out, as the too high look stymied the Chiefs' offense. However, like every defense in football, there are ways to beat it. And when you give one of the greatest talents we've ever seen at the signal caller position an entire season of reps against it, he's gonna work it out. The focus of the season has been how defenses have shifted to a too high shell to try to stop the vertical bombardment. Over the last decade, the league has primarily used cover 3 as its base defense, as teams played copycat to the Legion of Boom, hoping to piggyback off their success. However, with Kelce and Tyreek Hill to destroy the seams, and a plethora of track stars to attack it vertically, the game plan has to be rethought when facing the Chiefs. Teams have now predominantly been playing a too high shell, which means both safeties playing deep before the snap, trying to deter the long ball and rush a throw underneath that the defense can rally to. Early season, this was bothering Mahomes, getting caught between trying to take the top off anyway or rushing the check down leading to minimal gains. However, with the season reps for both Mahomes and Reed to look at, they've found their answers, and you can no longer do this against 15 or he will rip you apart. There are 3 main weaknesses with cover 2: the hole shot to the middle, the gaps between the deep halves and flats, and underneath when everybody's backing up. Here against the Bengals, the Chiefs attack the hole shot to the middle. The Bengals are in cover 2 zone, with Eli Apple in the solo lock with Tyreek on the single side. The Chiefs try to test the Bengals' discipline with a play-action flood left concept, yet the Bengals show excellent discipline sticking to their zones. Kelce shows off his beautiful skill for zone, adjusting his corner back to the hole, creating a target for Mahomes to throw one up to. Here against the Steelers, Kelce is going to motion across the formation, and with no one following him, this identifies zone for Mahomes. To cut off the hole shot, the Steelers are playing Tampa 2, dropping Joe Sherbert's middle zone back deeper. Mahomes first looks for Kelce, and when he spots the corner coming down the flat to cut this off, he knows he's seen cover 2. The window is quickly closing on this side, and with only a 2-man concept to the short side, Mahomes moves to the other side of the field, where he knows he has them beat. The Chiefs are running a similar concept with the back occupying the flat, Marcus Kemp hitching up between the zones, and Hardman running the 7 route. He knows the corner is going to stay in the flat, and throws a ridiculous sidearm touch pass on the money to Hardman, who makes a safety miss and sprints for 25 more. The Chiefs' offense has gotten better at taking advantage of the underneath space in cover 2 as well. Keen-eyed viewers would have noticed the space created by the Tampa 2, and that's exactly what the Chiefs exploit again here. Kelce will run his route to occupy Matt Milano's attention, opening up the space for Hill on the drag underneath. Hill makes 2 guys miss in his sleep, and it's another first down. And here it is again. They know that spot is going to open up against the Tampa 2, finding Hill on a quick curl, allowing him to work his magic. Of course, a too high shell doesn't necessarily mean the defense is in cover 2 zone, with its sister coverage cover 4 easily rolled to by dropping back the corners, splitting the deep field into quarters, giving great protection against the deep threat. The compromise, however, is having to play soft in the flats, and when you're playing against a guy who can throw 360 no-scope jump passes while simultaneously solving an algebra equation, this is a give up. The Steelers are in cover 4 here, but with the Chiefs in double wide, the backers are first going to play the slots off the line to not give up the quick pass. Mahomes knows this, and calmly finds a wide open Damian Williams in the flat for the catch and run. Here it is once more against the Bills. Matt Milano is forced to bump Travis Kelce because it's frickin' Travis Kelce, and this leaves McKinnon wide open on the swing pass, lowering his shoulder and laying the wood for the first down. Against the Steelers, the Chiefs are presented with 6 men up at the line of scrimmage, 2 safeties deep, and the corners playing way off. With the scan of the field and knowledge of the Steelers' zone blitz defense, Mahomes knows this is some form of cover 4, which perfectly plays into the Chiefs' hands. Lined up in a 3x1 formation, they motion McKinnon out to the 3 side, forcing Joe Hayden into one-on-one coverage with Byron Pringle. Mahomes loves the matchup and route, as Pringle cooks Hayden on the sluggo, creating space for Patty to rainbow one in. The same isolation principle was used for the game winner against the Bills. Kelce short motions inside Hill, revealing the cover 4, and Mahomes knows the play is on. Hill runs his route at the outside corner, forcing him to carry him into the end zone, which leaves Matt Milano to carry Kelce on the out and up. Mahomes puts it back shoulder for extra difficulty points, leaving Matt Milano no chance to stop the game winner. Now, there's no rule that says you have to stick to too high look post snap, and the best way to beat elite quarterbacks is to delay the throw by elongating the processing time. However, after a season of seeing this, Mahomes is now filleting them. Here, the Chargers are going to roll into a cover 6 post snap. But with Kelce on the out and Hill running the corner, the turkey hole shot to the half side of the field is still open. And I'm not sure there's been many better at throwing the corner route than 15. The Bills are again showing Mahomes the too high shell, but on the snap, both corners bail to take the deep thirds, and Micah Hyde rolls to the hook curl to form a cover 3. Mahomes reads the corner safety rotation perfectly, and with the backers queuing in on Hill underneath, this opens up the middle shot for Pringle. The too high shell also works well as a man defense too, providing strong protection against the deep threat while giving every weapon his own personal defender. The defense can also shift into a cover 1 robber look, rolling one safety down to take the middle, a useful tactic for guarding Kelce. However, you just can't play man against Mahomes. As soon as you turn your back to him, the Grim Reaper eats you alive. Here, the Bills give him man, so Mahomes feasts. They're going to roll down Hyde to help on Kelce, and with Edmonds leaving the middle to pick up the back, Mahomes simply takes off, proving to us once again that the combine speed was a load of nonsense. It's the Steelers' turn to attempt man, and while the coverage is pretty good, the rush is undisciplined, leaving a path for Mahomes to escape. Schobert playing the robber shades Kelce's way, and that leaves a chasm for Mahomes to run through. And once more against the Broncos, it's a too high shell, but actually cover 1 robber. No middle routes to occupy the zone this time, so when pressure forces Mahomes to scramble, there's someone there to stop him. Only joking, as Mahomes jukes out rookie Baron Browning, and then shows good runner's feel by pushing the run vertically before getting out of bounds to protect himself. High-flying offenses require elite playmakers, and the Chiefs have 2 of the very best in the league. Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce are such ballers, we'd be doing them a disservice if we didn't mention just how important they are to the offense. Tyreek's foot speed is unparalleled in the NFL, acting as both an explosive deep threat, stretching the field vertically, and as a killer underneath, unable to be tackled given an inch of space. The Steelers try to play him one-on-one with Cameron Sutton here, and he torches them. Sutton is not good enough to play this far up and not play bump, allowing Tyreek to set him up outside before crossing back in and then stacking him. In just 30 yards, Hill creates 3 yards of separation, and it's an easy up for Mahomes for the score. And even when the coverage is strong, Hill can make you pay. The coverage from Levi Wallace is pretty good, but Hill's quick feet allows him to create the narrowest of windows for Mahomes to find, and he puts it in the perfect spot for Tyreek to catch and run. Hill's speed catches Jordan Poyer flat-footed, and Hill is throwing up deuces before you even know it. His superstar companion Travis Kelce has been the best tight end in the league for some years now, carving apart the soft spots in the zone while being too big and fast to man up on. Watch how he lulls Matt Milano to sleep on this out route, get him the hezzy at the cut, creating space for Mahomes to fire one in. And against the Chargers, Kelce shows off his most unique trait, his ridiculous run after the catch ability. Travis put on a game for the ages, putting up 191 yards, 104 of which came after the catch, while also notching 2 scores, including the game winner. Just ridiculous. What makes Mahomes truly unstoppable is that even if you have the right defense called, even if you play everything perfectly, even if you force him off his spot, he still beats you. Mahomes is the greatest scrambler the NFL has ever seen. This play on the opening drive against the Bills is just ludicrous. The defense has everything smothered up with the cover 2, and even forcing Mahomes off his spot, but they still can't stop him, as Mahomes dodges left, making one defender fly by while putting on a hezzy on another, before flicking the ball to McKinnon while getting tackled. There's just no way to stop this. Or how about this ridiculous throwback to Pringle? The Broncos are in cover 4 with a good stunt pressure up front, forcing Mahomes out to his left. The defense has everything covered on the roll side, so Mahomes squares his shoulders and throws all the way back across the field to Pringle. You can hardly blame the strong side backer for leaving his zone to chase Mahomes. This is just an absurd throw. And he does this on a regular basis. Here, he narrowly avoids a sack from the blitzing corner, shaking him off and rolling out left. But instead of doing what any normal quarterback does here and throwing it out of bounds, he again squares his shoulders and finds Travis Kelce back across the grain. Kelce also deserves some credit here. He is probably the best in the league as a receiver when the play breaks down. It's an unbeatable duo. And how can I not highlight this play from Sunday's game? We have seen some spectacular runs from Mahomes already in his career, but I didn't expect him to turn into 04 Michael Vick, bobbing and weaving in the pocket before making a lineman leave his feet, and then turning the corner, laying out full stretch for the pylon. It's unreal. While some mid-season struggles were real, the demise of the Chiefs have been greatly exaggerated. Mahomes and the Mustache Wizard have helped steer the Chiefs to 37 points per game over the last 7 games, smashing their way into the 4th straight AFC title game. The revamped Chiefs line and the signal caller's growth and patience has ignited the offense into stratospheric status. And with this level of play, it's hard not to see Mahomes lifting his 2nd Super Bowl trophy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and hit the subscribe button for future videos.